Hello, thank you for joining me in my latest Vblog video. Today I'm going to be talking about gaming news, what matters to me, and so forth. And I think there's no more worthy way to start than when early in the week the gaming community was absolutely devastated by the passing of Nintendo CEO and President Satoru Iwata. Obviously I know I'm a bit late in saying this. We all know, and we've all been absolutely devastated because he's affected so many of our lives as a child, children playing Nintendo now, and it will leave a legacy for generations to come, especially of my son who absolutely adores Nintendo. It was an odd one because, I mean, we all get very sad when our idols and celebrities pass away, but we don't know them. I mean, obviously many of us didn't know Iwata personally, but he affects our lives in such a way that we all mourned when he passed, and it was just such a sad day. And I think it's not only with his involvement with games such as Zelda, Animal Crossing, even Wii and Wii U, 3DS. I think it is a way he always came across whenever he appeared in public to do PR spins or whatever. He sort of embraced everything we love about Nintendo. It's fun, quirky, innovative, and it just, again, let's come back to the word fun. And when I think about what it leaves, I mean, I've loved Nintendo since the NES days, like millions of us. And last Christmas I bought my son a Nintendo Wii U, and he loved Nintendo before he actually played Nintendo console. He loved Mario, Donkey Kong. So he's got Mario t-shirts, Zelda t-shirts. He absolutely adores it. And not many gaming consoles. I mean, look at Sega had died out, Atari had died out, and Nintendo have been there since the beginning. They've gone, I say, from strength to strength. 3DS is still doing really strong. Sadly, the Wii U is a great console, but it's not doing as well as it should have done. But it's got great games, and it's got games that all generations can adore. And this Christmas, the main present we bought my son, who's only 4 years old, he got him a Nintendo 3DS, and he's going to be absolutely delighted. And that's a kind of legacy which Nintendo, and especially Iwata, will continue to develop and engage us in their philosophy of gaming. And just this morning on the Nintendo social media pages now, they've released a short statement thanking fans for their support through this difficult time. This is what they said. "Thank you everyone for inspiring April with support over the last week. Reading all your memories of Mr. Iwata has been truly humbling and has helped us so much during this very sad time. He will be dearly missed by all of us, but we shall strive to build upon the amazing legacy he leaves behind. Please understand that you are the best fans in the world." I think that sums up. That's very well put by Nintendo, and I think it's a bit of a cliche saying that there'll only be one of each person, but I think it's fair to say that there'll only be one Satoru Iwata, and I think I speak for the gaming community to say simply thank you. And another gaming news this week, you may have heard that Jade Raymond, who was formerly of Ubisoft, and she was involved with the early development of Assassin's Creed. She was then later involved with Splinter Cell Blacklist, Watch Dogs, which can be easily forgotten, but mainly, obviously, she's more than just those 3 games, but Assassin's Creed especially, she was truly instrumental in making that series what it is today. Despite a few meh games, but I mean, she's a great ambassador for the gaming community. I mean, she's a great developer, she's a great producer. I think she plays a huge part in making games, giving games that truly cinematic experience, and plays a vital role in the storytelling of such games. Anyway, obviously after 10 years, she's left Ubisoft and she's now formed her own development studio in partnership with EA, going by the name of Motive. And one of the first assignments that she's going to be involved with is working with Amy Hennig, who used to be a writer at Naughty Dog and played a huge part in Uncharted series. And she's going to be working alongside Amy on the unannounced Star Wars game. We don't know any details of the Star Wars game, other than it's, well, obviously now we know Jade Raymond's working on it with Amy Hennig. It's going to be developed by Visceral Games, obviously Dead Space and Battlefield Hardline. They say it may be involved, have a smuggler storyline, pirates, whatnot. So hopefully with a bit of luck, it might be, might get a Han Solo tale, especially I know Han Solo film has recently been announced, which is going to be an origin story of sorts of Han Solo's younger years. So sadly, obviously, it won't include Harrison Ford, but I can't wait to see that. And I think now with Amy Hennig and Jade Raymond working on the Star Wars game, it's going to, hopefully, it'll blow everything out of the water and be an absolutely amazing Star Wars game, because I've been waiting for something to really immerse myself in since the awesome Knights of the Old Republic, which, by the way, BioWare, please make the third game. And speaking of BioWare, Jade will also be involved in the forthcoming Mass Effect Andromeda. Probably said that wrong again. So that would be an interesting take, and hopefully going that sci-fi route with Star Wars, working on BioWare, who knows, we might even get a Knights of the Old Republic game. So her path now, that's going to be very interesting to see. I'm going to be keeping a close tabs and see what Motive comes up with in the near future. Other very interesting news, back at EGX last year in September 2014, I played a few preview games, and one of those games I did play was Dead Island 2. And it was buggy. I mean, it was pre-alpha in all fairness. There was a few crashes, it was a bit glitchy, but the brief 10 minutes or so I played of it, you could tell it had potential. And it was a long way from being finished, but the enjoyment was there, and you could see, yeah, this is going to be a great game, hopefully. And an open world Los Angeles, and it's going to be very tongue-in-cheek. And I sat down and spoke to some of the guys at Yager, who were obviously responsible for Spec Ops: The Line, and they were very enthusiastic about the project, but very surprisingly this week, Deep Silver released a statement saying that Yager have now been dropped from the development of Dead Island 2. No exact details were given, but we can assume that either Deep Silver weren't happy with the development side of it, maybe it hadn't improved much since EGX last year, or they just simply had a difference of opinion. Deep Silver did release a statement reassuring fans that the game is going to happen. Obviously, it was going to be released last year, I believe, and it got delayed until summer of this year, which that's not going to happen now until they find a new developer, so God knows when it's going to get released. But this is what they said. With Dead Island 2, Deep Silver has always been dedicated to delivering the sequel that Dead Island fans deserve. After careful consideration, today we announced the decision to part ways with development partner Yager. We will continue working towards bringing our vision of Dead Island 2 to life, and we will share further information at a later stage. And several hours later, Yager released a statement of her own. It's a bit longer. I won't read it all, just scan through it. We're sorry to announce the termination of our joint project with Deep Silver, as now Yager is now no longer responsible for the development of Dead Island 2. The Yager team is fully committed to the development of AAA titles. We work closely with international publishers and partners, and have at the same time always remained an independent studio, which, I don't know, maybe Deep Silver pushing ideas that they weren't keen, or maybe they were trying to get the game released earlier and Yager won't want to say, hey, you know, it's not ready yet, it's not going to be ready by that time. Obviously, I'm only speculating. However, Yager and Deep Silver's respective visions of a project fell out of alignment, which led to the decision that has been made. We will focus on current efforts on Dreadnought together with 6 Foot and our publisher Grey Box, as well as on new projects. And they finished up by saying, just as many fans of Dead Island, we sincerely hope that Dead Island 2 will shape up to be a great experience everyone has been waiting for. It's very, I really like Spec Ops. I think it's a very underrated game. So I'd hopes that Dead Island 2 would be better than the first Dead Island, and especially Dead Island Riptide. Especially now, obviously, Techland then went on to do Dying Light. So something went on there for Deep Silver and Techland not to work together. So this is the second development team that have parted ways with Deep Silver. Hopefully they get it fixed and resolved and get a quality development team in pretty soon, because I want to see Dead Island 2. And I just hope they don't take too long about it. To wrap up this week, at E3, one of the biggest announcements, as we know, was the announcement of Shenmue 3. Finally, after 14 years or whatever it was, they launched a Kickstarter campaign, which is quite controversial. Last time I checked, I think it was getting near to $5 million. Yep, and it's now at a whopping $5.5 million. It's within its last day before the Kickstarter ends. At the time of recording this video, it's at 14 hours, so it's going to be several hours short of that. But hopefully, let's try and get it to $6 million. Let's make sure we give this game as much backing as we can, even though Sony are involved. But the way I look at it is we've been waiting God knows how many years for this game. We thought it was never going to happen. It will happen. Well, it should pretty much happen now. Now it's well exceeded its $2 million goal. And the way I look at it, if it's a game you know for a fact you're going to buy regardless, I pledged $29, which in UK currency works out to be 18 quid, which is value for money in my book, especially for a game which we've been waiting so long for, and a game we just want to see finished. So yeah, I'll include the links below for the Kickstarter campaign. Hopefully give whatever you can, and let's see if we can actually exceed that $6 million. We've got 16 hours to go, 14 hours to go, I should say. So let's make this happen. We've been waiting long enough. We want the best game that we possibly can. And I think that pretty much sums up my my vlog for today. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. I know it's been very sad news this week with Iwata, but his Nintendo legacy will surely live on. And finally, once again, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and thank you, Iwata-san. We love you.